The Preston and Steve studio is the arena where the invincible men of Chi-Chi cooking skills await their challenge. Using all their senses, skills, creativity, and succulent delights, such as ramen noodles, canned chicken, and Doritos, the Iron Chi-Chi chefs will prepare new, original Chi-Chi never tasted before. Reputations are on the line in the Preston and Steve studio, where the Chi-Chi chefs pit their garbage bag creations against one another. What inspiration do our challengers bring? The heat is on. Who will be the Iron Chi-Chi chef?
Wow.
All right.
Love it.
And by the way, the winner of the competition will get the coveted Golden Shiv Award. That is correct. Which we have in the corner. Now, to paint the picture, our studio has been completely done up to mimic a prison. So we actually have bars on the windows. We have our various cell blocks, which are numbered and lettered. And we also have what you can and cannot do. There are some rules on the walls as well. In fact, it says privileges. You are entitled to food, clothing, shelter, and medical attention. Anything else that you get is a privilege.
Yes.
And we also have our prison commissary set up, which is being guarded by a full-size Hannibal Lecter statue that we have in the corner. And he is holding the Golden Shiv Award.
Yes.
And listen, guys, just to be nice, we're also going to throw in a couple of other things. We have some toilet wine that we have over there in the corner. We have an actual toilet in the corner with a jug of wine in it. You'll win that too. And we'll also give you a $100 Visa gift card. Hey! So we have our three judges. We have Nick, Michael, and Joe. Let's now meet our contestants this morning, okay? And their intros are short as well. Let's welcome Iron Chi-Chi Tim to the program.
Hey, what's going on, guys?
How are you, Tim?
Good, how are you?
Very, very good. Now, we're not going to go into the specifics of everybody's background and how they ended up, where they ended up, but how long were you incarcerated?
3 months.
3 months, okay. So a little bit of time, not a whole lot.
No, but you make a couple Chi-Chis a day, so.
Okay.
So a couple of days. Now, Tim was assuring me, he said, emphatically, he said, don't dismiss this, basically. You're going to love the way this stuff tastes.
Really?
Correct, Tim?
I actually emailed Casey and I said I'd like to place a bet with everybody about them liking it because it is top-notch, guaranteed.
All right. Yes. Do you still make it, even though you're
Not recently. When I first came home, I was making it like every day still. You kind of get used to it and the flavor. And
you miss it.
Yeah.
I got it. Okay.
So.
All right. Well, that's Tim. Let's meet our next contestant, the second Iron Chi-Chi. Welcome, Chris, to the studio this morning.
Thank you.
Chris, how are you?
Doing well. You?
Doing well. And for how long were you behind bars?
24 months to the day.
Wow.
To the day?
To the day.
Wow. So you didn't get out for good behavior then?
Nope.
Okay. But how's your Chi-Chi?
It might be a little rusty. It's been a few years since I've been away on vacation, but it's all still here.
Vacation. No, Chris, the fact that you stepped away from it might breed a little bit more creativity and improvisation.
A little bit. I have been a cook for about 20 years. That was my main profession. And then,
So you're bringing that wealth of knowledge into your Chi-Chi preparation?
A little bit.
Okay. All right.
Fair enough. All right. Well, good luck to you. And let's go over to our final Iron Chi-Chi. This is Mike, everyone. Let's hear from Mike.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good, man. How are you,
By the way, sorry for bothering you at work.
Oh, it's okay.
Good.
All right,
sorry to bother you on parole.
That's been gone for a long time now. So.
Mike's actually wearing a prison T-shirt, by the way. I don't know if you guys noticed or not. Mike, if you can turn around.
What is DWHCI?
George W. Hill.
George W. Hill Correctional Facility.
No kidding.
That's a Delco.
Yes. Delco, baby.
Of course it is.
What pride. What pride.
Hold on, they sell T-shirts, or did you make
No. I kind of took it with me when I left, even though you're not supposed to.
So you robbed the prison.
You took something on the way out of prison.
You gotta have a reminder to not go back.
Yeah.
So.
But it's not a Marriott.
All right. So for how long were you away, Mike?
A little over 7 months.
Okay.
I did 3 different times. One was a weekend, one was 12 days, and the longest was just over 7 months.
But you had your Chi-Chi experiences and your Chi-Chi preparation skills are up to snuff?
I actually emailed Casey. I told him Chi-Chis aren't even the best thing that they make there. So
Yeah, he said he was going to make a Stromboli.
Wow. They call it a wrap in Delco. It's a Stromboli in where Tim's from.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, these guys all sat in the lobby together for a little while, and so they were sharing stories. None of them served time at the same place. They were all 4 different places.
Perfect. Then we might get 4 different completely. Foods are they're just different regions.
Italian cuisine
that will give you different tastes. taste, so maybe we'll experience that as well. Okay, are you guys ready to get started?
Yes.
All right, let's Iron Chi-Chi. Head over to the commissary and get what ingredients you guys need. I see immediately that Tim is going for the cheese puffs and ramen noodles, and Mike seems to be still considering what he wants. Chris has grabbed a lot of macaroni and cheese.
We have enough for everybody of every ingredient. So
yeah. So I see Chris took all the ramen noodles.
There's more up there.
That's not right.
There's a whole nother.
No, that's good. They're sharing as you do in prison.
Yeah, not unlike Iron Chef. I mean, there's a pantry of items that you can go to. Now I see some Cheez-Its are being taken, or no, not Cheez-Its. Is that rice? I believe Tim has some minute rice, instant white rice.
Cheese Whiz.
Yeah, Cheese Whiz.
Refried beans.
Refried beans. Very good for that Mexican sort of flavor.
We have both Cool Ranch Doritos and regular Doritos.
Did you need beef ramens? Because that's top shelf right there.
Top shelf to
That is top shelf beef ramen right there, buddy.
What are the flavors of ramen we have, Casey?
Just beef and chicken.
Okay.
And did everybody? So everybody has the ramen. Did everybody grab a summer sausage? Is that the common ingredient?
I think they call it a beef stick, Casey.
Yeah, each person has grabbed one.
So they do have beef stick. Yeah.
Case, we know that at least one served in a Delaware County prison. Is anybody served in a Bucks County prison?
I think the rest of them, yeah.
Because I would imagine that's going to be like a higher class Chi-Chi. You know what I mean?
Tim's doing a fist pump.
Buckskull. All the way. I'm looking at Chris. He's got a technique where he's smashing up the cheese puffs inside the bag.
That seems like a common
it
tactic.
all break down, so it's like a cheese sauce, no chunks.
Oh, okay, and you're going to mix that with the hot water?
Correct. Yep.
Okay, all right. So
we used to let it sit in the sink and run the hot water over it. That would be the insulation idea he's using, but we're going to have to,
so there's
make it work.
very similar techniques being employed here, but a different selection of menu items, which I think is intriguing.
Oh, you know what? Preston had a question yesterday about smoking in prison. Is it illegal to smoke cigarettes, and do people smoke? Yeah. But you can smell it though.
I can only speak on Bucks, but it is illegal to smoke in Bucks County Jail. Mm-hmm. People do smoke in the jail. But
if it's an infraction, though, they can send you to jail, can't they?
That's the thing that sucks, is you might actually get arrested.
But all right, so if you were to smoke, where would you smoke?
I'm not going to say that you empty the toilet out and then blow the smoke through the pipes and flush the toilet. But if I had to take a guess right now, that would be my assumption.
So the toilet is just not for pooping anymore.
Oh, not at all.
It's an oven.
It's an oven.
It's an aeration system.
It's a hot tub at times.
It's a hot tub.
You bored?
Prison sounds great.
Bucks is also known as Bucks County
Country Club.
There we go. She knows.
We have a ripped bag. We have a ripped bag.
We've got more bags. I bought 1,000 of them.
There is there's a mess all over the place.
Chris is helping out Tim. Cooks are coming together.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. By the way, Tim, that looks disgusting.
But it smells so good.
Does it really?
I swear it does. Although I'm a little Tim might have gotten some contraband.
Oh, really?
No.
He snuck a packet of sugar over here.
Oh, no.
That's
allowed?
Sugar was allowed.
All right, that was one of the items. You can get that at the commissary. Yeah. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put about a 10. What?
He called me a rat.
Snitches get stitches, bitch.
That's that golden shank.
Don't worry. Nick's already had the butt stuff.
So, Mike, let's ask you about what our chefs are going to have here. If you were to describe this dish, what would you say about it?
It's basically like a poor man's mac and cheese.
A poor man's mac and cheese.
Okay.
Like if you took Frankenbeans and got rid of the beans part and made it with mac and cheese.
Okay.
Our judges, Nick Elmy, owner and head chef at Laurel, Michael Klein, who's been writing about food for a long time, and then Joe, who's actually done some time and had Chi-Chi on several occasions. Nick, what do you think of our first creation from Mike here, the poor man's mac and cheese?
10 for presentation, if we're grading on 10.
Okay.
It's like you took ramen and dumped mac and cheese on top of it with some spicy sauce and some sausage. I don't know. I would like to know what the sodium count is.
This is disgusting. I mean, no disrespect, Mike. But
You really sugarcoated it.
It doesn't seem like there's much to it. The ramen, you did get the ramen soft, which I'll give you credit for, but it's just, yeah.
It's just,
I like the presentation though was incredible.
Let's go over to Joe, the Chi-Chi master. Joe.
All right. Well, from an inmate standpoint, it's pretty bad.
Okay. We want to get that perspective.
It's wet. It's super wet, and it's not.
Oh, that's right. You like it dry. You said that earlier. Okay.
Mine's pretty short and sweet. Never used the pickles before, so I just have the shredded cheese, some of the cheese whiz, beef stick, ramen, a little bit of hot sauce.
What do you think of this particular Chi-Chi?
Again, it's super wet. This one, there's less taste. It's I'm absolutely convinced that I only ate this stuff because I was starving.
Have you ever had a salt lick?
Yeah. You know what?
With cheese. It's
a salt lick with cheese. That's what you're calling this. All right.
Were you in for assault?
Michael, very good.
Sorry.
All right.
I do appreciate the added texture of what are those nachos at the end?
The little bit of the jalapeno chips I put on.
Perfect.
To take it over the edge a
Beautiful
little
touch
bit.
right at the end. It does taste like someone found noodles and put the movie cheese on top of it. But I mean, it's yes, I like it a lot.
Okay, he likes it a lot.
Really?
Wow,
Those words
dude,
came out of your mouth?
Chris, write that down. Nick Elmy of Laurel says, I like it a lot.
Tim is garnishing the dishes.
Yep, and Marissa is handing them out now. So we'll start this time. We'll let the judges sample this, and it definitely looks completely different than the others. The other ones definitely had a very moist consistency to them, a little bit on the runny side as well. This looks dry. And we'll let our judges get a quick taste, so it's going to be completely different.
Much different.
Yeah. In fact, it's dense. This weighs a lot. All right, let's go to Michael Klein. You need a little bit more time on that, Michael?
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
You sure? Keep eating, Mike. Go ahead. I got plenty more.
I actually like this one the best. I think. It's, even though there's more texture to it.
Okay. And that helps out.
I think.
Okay. All right. Let's go to Nick Elmy next.
I'm actually going to agree with that. Wow. It has a very rice and beans kind of flavor to it.
Okay.
The Doritos on top are pretty good. It's easily my favorite one.
Okay. And then let's go over to Joe. What do you think?
This is definitely the best one. So would you agree, Nick, that it's definitely the consistency thing, right?
Yeah, it's a consistency thing.
All right. So it is. It's time. It's officially time to find out who our Iron Chi-Chi champion of 2017, because we have to do this every year now.
I think so.
No, we gotta wait for some next people to get out of prison.
Let's go voting one at a time. We have Mike who went first, Chris was second, and then Tim was third. Let's start with Nick Elmy. Nick?
Yeah, I think Tim looks the most dangerous, so he wins.
All right. So we have one vote for Tim. Let's go to Michael Klein.
I'll go with Tim also.
And is it going to be a clean sweep, Joe?
It is.
Tim! The Iron Chi-Chi, Tim. Let's get a word from our winner, Tim. How do you feel?
I'm going to Disney World. Yeah.